Have you ever settled into a quiet room only to notice a faint, high-pitched sound? It's a soft ringing or gentle hum that seems to emerge from the silence itself. You might wonder if it's a distant appliance or just your imagination. This subtle internal soundtrack is surprisingly common, a private concert that starts when the world goes quiet. For most, it's a fleeting curiosity before sleep. The sound can be a steady tone, a soft hiss, or a low hum, unique to each person. What unites these experiences is that they're most noticeable in profound quiet. The quiet doesn't create the sound, it unmasks it. When external noise fades, the faint signals from within our bodies finally take center stage. The sound of silence is like stargazing. Only when the noise dims do we perceive the delicate, ever-present hum of our own biology. So what is this mysterious ringing? In audiology, it's called tinnitus, the perception of sound without an external source. Experiencing it occasionally, especially in silence, is perfectly normal and is known as transient tinnitus. It's not a disease, but a feature of how our hearing works. Sometimes your inner ear even produces its own faint sounds called spontaneous otoacoustic emissions. For most, the ringing is simply the brain tuning into these internal signals, a sign your auditory system is active and healthy. Understanding this can replace unease with curiosity about the remarkable machine that is your body. To understand these internal sounds, let's look inside the ear. Deep in the cochlea, thousands of microscopic hair cells convert vibrations into electrical signals for the brain. Even in silence, some hair cells fire randomly. This spontaneous activity keeps the auditory system primed. During daily life, this static is drowned out by external noise. But in quiet, the brain tunes into this baseline activity. The ringing or hissing you hear is often your brain's interpretation of this normal neural activity. It's the system's idle state, a quiet hum of potential energy. In silence, this subtle static becomes the only thing left to hear. The ringing in silence isn't just about the ear, it's about the brain too. The brain is an active organ, always seeking input. When sound disappears, it turns up its internal volume, a process called neural gain. Like turning up a radio to catch a weak signal, the brain amplifies the faint signals it receives, including spontaneous neural firing. This heightened sensitivity makes us aware of internal noises usually ignored. The more you focus on the sound, the louder it seems, creating a feedback loop. The sound of silence is a collaboration between ear and brain. The ear provides the raw signal. The brain amplifies it until it crosses into conscious perception. That's why the ringing grows louder the more you notice it. It's important to distinguish between normal, fleeting ringing in silence and chronic tinnitus. For most, the sound is a temporary guest, vanishing with ambient noise. Chronic tinnitus, however, is persistent and can impact daily life, often linked to hearing loss or damage to hair cells. If the ringing is constant or bothersome, consult a healthcare professional. Management can include sound therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy to help the brain tune out the sound. For the majority, the best advice is to accept the faint hum as a normal biological quirk. Fighting it or worrying can make it seem louder. Instead, reframe it as a sign of a healthy, sensitive hearing system. Can we experience true silence? Scientists built anechoic chambers, rooms so quiet they absorb nearly all sound. Inside, familiar echoes vanish, and your own voice sounds strange. But even here, you don't find absolute silence. Instead, you hear your own body, a high-pitched hiss from your nervous system, the thump of your heart, even the gurgle of your stomach. The experience proves that true silence is external, not internal. Our bodies are always active, generating a subtle soundtrack. The world's quietest chamber is so disorienting that people rarely last more than 45 minutes. Our brains crave sensory input. Total silence can be unsettling. The faint ringing in silence isn't a flaw, it's a feature. It's proof of your auditory system's sensitivity and your brain's ceaseless activity. This internal hum is a sign of life, a reminder that your body is always on and ready to connect you to the world. Instead of annoyance, let it be a moment of wonder. You're eavesdropping on your own nervous system, a private signal that you're alive and attentive. Embrace the quiet hum. It's the sound of you, and it's perfectly normal. It's a gentle whisper from within, confirming the machinery of life is running smoothly, even in the dead of night.